Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Hope you're all doing well. So I'm going to be doing another page in my Tim Holtz ringbound journals today. So this is part inspired by Tatty Treasure, Camellia Crafts Designs and Sunflowers and Doors. So yeah, all three ladies inspired me for this one. So this is it's a giant tag shape. We have a pocket in the side here and a pocket in the front. This is something that I've seen both Tanya and Julie do. So that's Tatty Treasure and Camellia Crafts Designs. And on the back, we have this piece, which is inspired by something I saw on Sunflowers and Doors channel as part of her page layout series. Now I've changed mine up ever so slightly, but the basic idea is pretty much what she did. So we've got a tuck in the back, a tuck here, a little belly band piece here, a tuck here and a pocket in the front. So lots and lots of pockets. And yeah, just to show you, this is how we would look. So obviously with the band on the side there, you know, everything is pushed up against it. So if that looks a bit strange, it doesn't once you actually add in the edging here. That becomes, you know, pretty much in the middle. So we're going to make one of these together. So I've got all my bits prepared-ish. So I know for definite that I want to use this piece as the basic tag shape. So this is a 12 by 12. It's still 12 inches across because when we fold it over, I want my piece to be 6 inches wide. And then I've cut it down to, I believe, 9 inches tall, because this is going to go in my big ringbound journal. Okie dokie. So the first thing that we're going to do, ever so simply, is score at 6 inches across, because that should be, if it really is a 12 by 12, that should obviously be halfway. Now I only have a little scoreboard, so I could only go so far before needing to turn it around, so there we go. That should be just fine. So then if we fold this over, you see, it's definitely not, it's not exactly 12 by 12, are they? Because if you do it halfway, you know, considering I didn't cut the width wise of it, but it doesn't matter. I'll just trim that little bit off. Okay, I'm just going to bone folder that down a little bit, like so. Nice and easy. So as I said, I'm just going to trim the side of it so that we've got an even edge. Okay, that should be just fine. Yeah, looking good. So it's a nice big piece, this one. Bigger than the other one, because obviously this is for my big journal. So we're going to add a tag shape. Now, I don't think my template is quite big enough, so I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. All right, so I think something like that would be good. So let me just turn the triangle round to give us that almost the same. Okay, so we have that. Good. Right, so I'm going to find my big circle punch. Here it is, because we're going to pop a thumb notch in the side. So right, I need to remember, I think I'm doing this one slightly differently to the other. So this is going to have the pocket on the front, and then this one is going to be the bit here. So we're actually going to be back to front. So I'm going to have my thumb notch on this side, and think in that middle there would be quite nice. So let's go with that. Sorry, that was a bit loud, wasn't it? Okie dokie, there we go. So that is the piece there. So I'm just going to hit pause whilst I ink around everything, so I'll be right back. Okay, so all inked around. I was just checking size-wise. As you can see, it's going to be pretty much perfect for this great big journal that I've got. So all good there, as you can see, well within our remit. So let me just pop that to one side. So I was just having a look as well at what it would look like with the border along the edge, just because it is helpful to keep that in mind. So as I'm making each piece, I am checking it with this template that I've got, so that I know where I'm putting everything, you know, pockets and such like, not to get in the way of this. So I think for the tag shaped ones, I'm probably going to do it where I have the this piece be from the point down to the bottom of the card, rather than have it go up the top here, because otherwise you sort of would lose the tag shape and it would look a bit funny probably. Okay, so that's what we've got. So again, this is our front with the pocket there. So now we're going to glue up the tag shape. Okie dokie. So for this, we are going to do the bottom edge, like so. And I'm also going to do the top here, because otherwise I'd have to have a funny shaped card. I might have already said that, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but just filling in that top tag shape basically. And that's the only bits of glue that we need to add. I made a mistake the first time where I tried to glue up the pocket, which was not very smart. So I've just refilmed that so that it doesn't confuse anyone. Okay, so like so. So we've just glued the top and the bottom. Obviously I've still got some residual glue from my mistake earlier, so just bear with me. But yeah, basically we've got this side nice and open. Blame the heat. It's like 30 degrees Celsius in the UK right now, so it's baking. But it's my my last project of the day, so no, not to worry. Okay, so we've got that. So we've got the basic tag pocket shape all sorted. Okie dokie. So first things first, we want to sort the pocket on the front. Okay, so for the pocket, we've got a couple of options. We could do a pocket like this. So this is using one of the 3x4s that are in the back of the Tim Holtz paper packs. That just gives you a very small pocket. Now, because this is a much bigger piece, I'm actually leaning more towards doing something different. As nice as those look, I'm wondering whether to do one of my torn pockets instead, just to change things up a bit. I wonder if this would be a good match for the paper. So I'm thinking about having a torn pocket this side, just to, as I say, just to change things up. Okay, so we are going to keep the bottom of the scrapbook paper. So this is an 8x8. This is from a different Tim Holtz pad. And I'm thinking, just going to make a note to myself with a pencil rather than scissors. We want to tear to about here, and I think we're going to tear from this point here. So I'm going to tear from this point, she says. and more fingers than thumbs today, so you have to excuse me. Okay, so we have this. I've got a little bit there that I need to take off, but if we were to have something like that, and then again we can do some embellishments on this, absolutely. I feel like you still get the nice piece here, but it gives you room then to have, pretend this was a, you know, a large tag. You'd get quite a big piece in there. Okay, so I'm just going to tidy this up and ink around it, and then I think this is what we're going to go for. As I say, I think it just changes it up enough. And yeah, these torn paper pockets, I'm just absolutely loving them. Don't know what it is about them. I just am really enjoying doing them. So I think I'll have that go slightly over where this piece is going to be, but only slightly, just to bring things up to that line, and I think that will look cool. Alright, so let's put some glue along the bottom and the side here. As I say, because this is only a tuck rather than a pocket, it just gives us a little bit more room in terms of what we can have, you know, inside it. It will end up being a little bit of a bigger piece that we can put inside, a bigger tag or a bigger piece of ephemera. And as you can see, I know it looks strange to place something, you know, not the whole way across, but that's why the template is there, just to make sure I'm not putting holes through pockets or putting things in the wrong place. And also I don't want like that as an inch of scrapbook paper. I ain't wasting that. Because obviously it wouldn't hurt to go the right way across if you did, you know, just when you're embellishing this part rather than the whole thing. But there's a whole inch that can be used in something. So if you're yeah, cost conscious as much as myself, then, you know, we save these things. So we're going to have that there. I'm not sure about embellishments just yet, so I am going to come back to that. So now we want to flip over and try Mandy's idea. Okay, so I think I've got the pieces organised that I want to use. I'm sorry about this funny line. It's absolutely sweltering, so I've had to close my blind, and of course it's making funny lines. Okay, so I'm just following the template from this piece. That obviously this was inspired by Mandy's video. So we've got a piece here, and I'm just using up scraps. So I'm going up to this line underneath the word chrysanthemums, because I don't want to go right to the very top of the, I mean I could, but I just think it would look a bit odd. So I'm basically sticking again within, yeah, within the beneath the tag shape basically. Yeah, don't ask me why, I felt like it made sense. And then we've got another piece to go on the top. These are both going to be side tucks. So what I want to do is round the corners that you can see on the tuck side, and again this one. Okay, so let's get this one stuck down first. I do need to decide whether I want any thumb notches. I didn't put any in my prototype one because I'm not a huge fan of how the thumb notch looks. Personally, that's just me and my weirdness. So yeah, I don't think I will. Right, and I also want to bring in my template again, just to make sure that everything looks, you know, looks good with that in there. Yeah, I'll be happy with that. So going up to the E in society for this one. That's just me. Right, now this one I'm just going to do top and bottom like a belly band, so that it gets a deeper tuck. Okay, just making sure I can get it in the right place. Okie dokie. And then we're going to have this one be something like that, maybe over a tad. So we're doing, and then because we're doing all three sides of this second piece, this bottom here, or side, will act as the end of the tuck for the piece that's already on there, if that makes sense. Okay. I think we want to be about there. Yep. Now I think, if memory serves from Mandy's video, I think she used vellum for part of her side tuck. So I have changed up things slightly from what she did, but only slightly. So if we put our template back in, you know, we do end up with a border here, but I'm okay with that. As long as it looks all neat and in line with that piece. So then we have a tuck down here. Now I'm using one of the Tim Holtz 3x4s for mine. And there's also a belly band here. So I was trying to bring in some of the blues and the yellowy tape vintage kind of colours. And I feel like that all kind of goes together quite well. So we're going to round the top two corners of this little tuck here. I haven't done that one very well. Okay. So that's going to come down the bottom and be a side tuck. So we want to do this side and this side. So we're doing the bottom and along here. Try not to stick my fingers in it. And we're going to bring that down the bottom and in line with this top piece. Like so. So then you get this nice big deep, when you let it dry, you get this nice big deep tuck spot. There is a little pocket on the front here. In Mandy's tutorial she used fabric for that, but I don't have anything that would be substantial as a pocket, so I did add a little paper pocket, so I might do that on this one. Now I just need to decide width-wise. Obviously I've got a little bit more space to play with this piece. But I think I will just chop that belly band down ever so slightly. I want to keep the most of the flower in, but I think I just want to bring it in just a little bit. I think that's about as much as I can get away with because I don't want to take away from that flower. Okay. And that's going to go there. So we're going to glue top and bottom on this one. I think Mandy's the master when it comes to multiple tuck spots and pockets and stuff in one piece. She does really, really well with deciding, like, you know, oh, I'll put a tuck there and I can put a side tuck here and a pocket here and a belly band here, and it's just incredible really how much she gets out of one piece. She's done a lot of videos on like multiple tuck spot pocket pieces, you know, and they're always inspiring because, I mean, you can follow what she does, you know, to the T, but if that doesn't quite work for you, then, you know, her ideas are very easy to change up to suit you as well. Anyway, so do we want to have a little pocket down here as well? Okay, so I think I've settled on a torn pocket just like in the front. It's also from the same bit of paper, I think, or I'm not sure now, but it mirrors the front of the tag. Also, it allows me to cover up where this little bit piece of red is, because I felt like that was a little bit too much red compared to the rest of the piece. So I'm just going to pop that on again as just a little tuck spot. So that's what I mean about, you know, Mandy's videos, her projects and stuff. You can just change it up to suit you. You know, they're very versatile. Just gonna put a bit of glue there. Okay. So let's just recap. So we've got a side tuck here and here, a belly band, another tuck and a tuck there, and then in the front we've got a tuck and a side pocket. So we are ready to start embellishing. So I know what I want to have here on the back, following a similar formula that Mandy used. So I've got some Tim Holtz ephemera. So these are pieces from his field notes kit. So I'm going to have that behind the belly band, like so. And then I want to have a butterfly on the belly band and on the flower. So don't know whether to go this way or this way. I think we'll go that way. And then I'm going to put a little bit of embellishment on the pocket that we've just added because it looks a little bit plain otherwise. Only just a couple of little pieces, you know. Okay, put a little bit too much glue. Don't need it on the wings because the wings hang over the belly band, so be about there. So I'll just pull that out so I don't glue it in, and I'll just lift those up. There we go. My brain, as you can tell, has gone to mush a little bit in this heat. So yeah, I'll definitely be calling it a day after this, I think. I still need to think of some embellishments for the front. So I'll do that, and then that will be it for today. Okay, so again from the same Tim Holtz ephemera pack, we've got some little bits here. So I've got a little label, little specimen thing, and a little circle label here, all in blues because this piece has got a lot of blue in it. And I'm gonna have it something like that. So let's get this one down first. yeah, I've really enjoyed working with this paper pack. It's been a challenge because I don't do much with Tim Holtz. Not out of not wanting to. It's just I got the is it wildflower? Wallflower? It's the botanical pack that you see a lot of, like the birds and botanicals. But because they're quite expensive papers, I ended up just hoarding it and not using it very often. So obviously when, you know, Mandy sent this one to me, I was like, right, that's it. I'm not hoarding it. I'm using it. But it has been a challenge because I don't usually use Tim Holtz papers, and they are quite busy. You know, there is a lot going on. I love his papers. I really loved this pad. Really, really have. Actually, more than the wallflower one, whatever it's called. So there we are. Just some little embellishments. Again, I'm sorry about the blinds and the weird lighting. So I think that's all we're going to have on this side, apart from obviously filling up the pockets and tucks. But yeah, I think I'm happy with that. So we've got all the like blues and the flowers and the yellows in. And then again, blue is mirrored here with the tape and stuff. So I think that's worked quite well. So now we're on to this side, and I just keep putting the template in because it actually helps me visualize. So with this one, I put in one of my yogurt packaging labels, which, you know, looks quite nice with this kind of a pocket. With this side torn tuck, it's obviously not going to work. So I'm just going to have a look through my ephemera pieces again and just see if I can find something that will work. So I'll just be 2 secs. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with these pieces. So I've got I can't work out whether it's a maze or, I think it's a maze, a flower and a label. Just to bring in some more of the blue is what I was going for. It's actually nice because I'm trying to use up the pieces from the Tim Holtz pack that I wouldn't normally use in, say, my botanical journals, like the blues and things like that. So it's nice to be able to just simply do Tim Holtz, but yeah, save the mushrooms for my botanical journals and things. It's kind of what I'm trying to do. Use the colours that, yeah, I wouldn't ordinarily use. And that will be this piece done. Obviously we haven't filled the pockets, but yeah, that can definitely wait for later. Once I know what ephemera and tags and journal cards and stuff I want to have. But for now, I just want to get all the pages and pockets and things done, and then obviously we can start filling things up. So that's how that one is gonna look. So as I say, we've got our side tuck here, almost the size of all of this, and our torn scrapbook paper pocket. So that's how that's going to look. And then on this side, I have a feeling some of you might have been screaming at me. So what I completely forgot was that I was doing this one the other way around, because obviously I had to have the rings are going to be on this side, which means this back tuck here is, yeah, not going to be able to be used because you can't, I mean, I might be able to use it, but really probably not. So that's kind of just become decoration now. I completely didn't think about that at all. These things happen, don't they? I think with this, we still have the multiple tucks. You know, we've still got a pocket here, a tuck here, and a belly band that can all be used. What a numpty. It's because I was following this template and completely forgetting that the rings were going to be on the other side. I was going with the idea that they would be here, wasn't I? Oh, what a numpty. These things happen, don't they? So yeah, I think either, and I'm still recording, even if I want to cry. No, I'm just kidding. These things happen. I'm still recording because this might happen to somebody else, and so it's important to me that I keep these things in and just sort of explain, all right, well, you've done all that work, now what? So there are options. If we keep the same idea with it being the rings will be here, then I will just simply glue this piece down, assuming that, you know, the rings are probably going to be in the way, and that will just simply be decoration, and you still have all of this to be used, so that's okay. That's option one, and I won't worry about it just yet. I'll think about it when I actually come to build the journal. Option two is we put the rings on this side, so obviously we lose the tag pocket side of things, but then obviously we have this here, which obviously doesn't quite look right, and then you've put the rings through your pocket, which is what I was trying to avoid. Oh, what a numpty. So yeah, I think it's going to have to be the first one, which is that the rings will be here, and yeah, this is all still usable, it's just the back one. It doesn't matter, these things happen, don't they? I'll tell you what another option would be as well, is we could actually have, oh no we can't, I was gonna, yeah, bad idea. I was gonna say we could have this, we could have it as a flip out or something. So again, I'm just thinking, if we had like an envelope flap in there instead of a journal card, and we then glue that up, you could have this flip out from an envelope. So that is another option, which might actually work a bit better. The only thing with that is obviously I need to put something here. Maybe some like lace or something, just to hide the fact that that doesn't go the whole way across. Well, these things happen. Either way, I hope that was helpful. But yeah, if you are gonna make one of these and you are gonna, yeah, do it, really remember where your rings are. Like all the way through, I was telling myself, my rings are gonna be here, my rings are gonna be here, but I still got it wrong. So yeah, keep putting your template on. And so when you come to do your tucks and things, have them the other way. It happens. It happens. Doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go now. I really hope that hasn't ruined the whole video, but if it has, then these things happen and so be it. Either way, I hope that was helpful. Who am I kidding? It's not helpful at all. But you know, I'm gonna keep that video because these things happen. It happens to the best of us. It happens to all of us, and so it's important to me that you do still see those things. And obviously, when we come to use these pieces, there are ways to work around it. As I say, if I were to have an envelope flap and have it as like a flip out, that would work. Equally, we can just make it so that all of this is still usable. It's just this piece in the background that will be in the way. This one, however, is fine. Typically the one I don't do on video. But that's because, yeah, I had it in my head that I was going this way. And then obviously I was just copying what I did there, forgetting that I was actually going to have to put the rings on the other side. But never mind. Either way, I'm gonna go and drown myself in ice cream now. No, I'm totally kidding. It's not a problem. These things happen, they really do. So either way, I hope it was helpful to see that ish. And I will catch you on the next video. Hopefully it will go a little bit smoother next time. See you then.